Hello, fellow Risk players, subscribers, whoever you are, whoever's going to be watching this. Hopefully, Amnesty, you're watching this because this is a very, very, very important video slash conflict slash event slash whatever. This is probably the most important risk uh, thing to happen since Castlemore, probably. So this is very big. At least 30 people's ranks are at risk, so no pun intended, but this is a very serious matter. I have a video because I recorded audio in the first video. I'll put my cursor there so it doesn't bother anyone, but the first original video I recorded, I forgot to turn on the microphone, so that was not fun. So now I have to redo this. So this is going to be a voiceover and analysis of the Riskalites and my encounters with them. So as I'll be showing, it's just a video of me scrolling down my Discord DMs from Blue Light 855 since as you can see right here. But yeah, this is all since my encounter and then discussion with him and the Riskalites. The original recording went from 6:39 p.m. to 7:59 p.m. So about like an hour and 20 minutes of just all of this. So I trimmed it down to about less than an hour, just for mostly privacy sake. But some relevant stuff was cut out that was not needed. Excuse me if I just cough a bit because of my throat. I don't know. But yeah. So this first clip is just me scrolling through my DMs with him. So for some context, I was in a Roblox server with him, or Risk server, whatever. And I was talking about my own faction, the League of Excellency and Competence, and then Blue Light was like, "That's not the only faction you're not the only faction out there." So, yeah, he said to go to the DM. So this is basically what happened. He says, they've been watching me to see if I'm worthy. And then he mentions Bryce and Cernia. And if we kind of scroll through a bit. Yeah, so we caused some kind of Bryce and Cernia conflict. I joke around a bit. It's just not worthy. If I could keep a secret, oops. We get people from all ranks, so if you're trying to reveal us, your butt's gonna be handed over. But they don't have any senior admins, and they don't have enmity. So this is I'm slightly concerned about this. I mean, they treat it very secretly, the Riskalites, and it's very concerning. And by the way, I'm not trying to reveal anyone or anything. This is more of a emergency recording if something bad happens to someone or something because of the Riskalites and someone gets demoted or whatever. But you'll see why this is such a big deal, because they seem like an okay group until you actually get into what they are about. So their plan is to overthrow corrupts, gather information of them, get them out. But the way they do it, it's not the best way. And I'll show you, excuse me, but I'll show you what I mean by that later. And then he says, I'm gonna sign a contract or whatever, but it's whatever. And if you want to read through any of this, because this part was intentionally recorded for just keeping and preserving these DMs in case anything gets deleted. You just feel free to pause at any time if you want to read any of this. But we're gonna get him out of Risk. Okay, and then I go into their Free Riskalites channel. I cut a bit off here because I was looking at whatever else, but so yeah, I think one of their newest initiates are, yeah, this started October 29th, 2017, I believe. They were going under the alias of the FPA or something. It was like free something. Not free Riskalites, they had like a different name, but then they went underground and then started doing more concerning things. Yeah, they have a bunch of targets. And what they do with these targets are they plan to basically illegally remove them from power by forging evidence, which I'll show you later. Blue Light himself confirms that they do indeed forge evidence, and they also just do a bunch of not cool stuff. So, I mean, Epic Cool Guy, yeah, he was abusing, but that's fine. He abused his powers as a moderator during his time, but I mean that's fair. That's reasonable for him to be targeted and disliked by the people. But things like forging evidence, and evidence could have possibly been forged against him. So a lot of people's names show up in this video. These people, except me, I'm just here because to make this video. But most of these people here, and then there's a few people under, like in the offline section. Those people are in this. So there's Vedra, Blue Light, not sure who that guy is, but Zenvox Sherman. This guy's Amsterhag. I know that, and it's really interesting. And but yeah, Cernia is their second target, and look, they're framing Cernia. Look at that. They're framing Cernia. So if you're like looking for like the most important clips of this video, this is probably one of them. So look, oh, Brysony. But he says they're not gonna frame them. We're catching her in the act. They demoted Epic, but maybe there was evidence or something forged. But we're catching her AAing, which is, yeah, they're going against Cernia for, and then he points out that Cernia is a good senior admin. Sorry if I'm just rubbing my keyboard, because I don't know. But Blue Light says she's a target big time. So just for no reason. Domo 12, third target. I guess he wanted to re-promote Epic Cool Guy. Yeah. She's a corrupt, bad admin and free motes. Neither accusation he has evidence for. So there's just no reason for her to be a target. She's suspicious of us, which isn't a reason to get her demoted. See, some of this is based off of, well, some of their targets are targets because they're suspicious of them, which is really, really stupid. Oh yeah, did I mention that this is all pretty much illegal and against the rules? Because as of November 12, 2017, the time at this voiceover, the recording was done yesterday, but I'm pretty sure political parties are still banned. They are holding a poll to get it unbanned, but this is still banned. So this is illegal. Anyone who is running for anything on this group should be punished for it, as in, like, removed from candidacy. So, yeah, this is all against the rules. So this is another reason why I'm recording this, because as my duty as moderator of Risk Universalis 3, I'm obliged to report and punish rule breakers for things like this. So, and Amity, if you're watching this, take good note of the people here. I believe for Brysony and some other people are below there. Yeah. She tried to frame me for harassment, no evidence. I'm just kind of looking through it. This is where they just start talking about random stuff. Oh yeah, nice fourth target. For no reason. They just say target him. No reason. He's not corrupt or anything. I'm pretty sure he's a participant. Just no reason. No reason. See, this is what I mean. They just want to get people demoted for no reason, and they just forge evidence against them. So this is what I was talking about. They do the shady stuff and then claim they're removing corruption when they really are the corrupt group here. It's just not cool. A bunch of people ranks are at risk here, at least 30. There's like 15 targets, 15 people in this group. Yeah, I counted earlier. It's a mess, but I mean, what they do is just against the rules. They're just targeting people that they don't like for no reason. I'm one of them, I believe. They try and get them demoted by forging evidence and doing just really bad things, or just stuff like that. So let's continue. Lord King 1565 is also a member. This guy is also a member. So they're all in the offline when this was recorded. Oh yeah, death threats. Take good note of that. 2004, I believe this is our 6th target. Well, this is their 6th target, my bad. And they're still just targeting people for no reason. Karama, actually, I didn't see this guy. I would believe that makes them, or their 7th target. So, he has huge bias and inactive. But if he's inactive, then how are you going to get evidence? Again, nobody is providing evidence for any of this. Anonymous is also a target. I believe that's their 8th. Yeah, even their own members don't know why some of these people are just targets. So I apologize for this double cursor. It's very annoying. But Domo's a target because he could re-promote Epic. But then again, you could have just reported for re-promoting Epic instead of making this underground group of like 15 people and then like trying to use illegal methods of evidence gathering and framing people for just all of this. So yeah, Domo's only offense is wanting to promote Epic. But they're just friends. Like, if my friend was probably demoted, I mean, and this is where they start talking about random stuff. And again, this was just me scrolling through their general text. In the case of just preserving any of this, in case they happen to go private, or, I mean, they kind of are, but whatever. Yeah, they're so secret that they try to call each other by code. So, yeah, this is concerning. And most of you who are watching this are probably a target, so just continue on in the video, please. Nice HHHHHHH. They kicked, I'm pretty sure it's a dude, but they kicked him, which is really stupid, because if you broke rules, that gives nice to reason enough to kick you, because you don't even provide a reason as to why you're kicked. It's not a random kick as to what sounds like. This shows they have no mercy for any. That doesn't make sense. Like, we're just doing our jobs. Like, it's so stupid that people get so angry that they break rules, and then they're like so offended and shocked that they get punished for it. I think he says that because he couldn't explain what was happening, which was the vaguest reason ever. There's like zero context there, so that just doesn't make sense. I think this is the early days of the political party, and then they form the NPA, and then after that they go more underground, and then they pretend to be communists and stuff. See, and then they talk about politics a bit. Okay, 2004. I believe it was already mentioned that they're the target. I think we're at 8 targets or something. Uh, 2 more targets from Manuel and Bolt. I know Bolt is, but not this guy. But yeah, this. I don't know. It's just all really interesting. I mean, some of their targets, it's justified, but all of them, they just execute how they do it very improperly and immaturely instead of just going up front, either confronting them or reporting it to an administrator or higher who can actually banish them. I mean, they have Bryce on their team. They're an admin, so why can't you just... was banned from the Risk server. Imperial banned me because I spammed in their DMs, but I'm pretty sure they do, so... And nobody's, like, suspicious of y'all, or whatever. Killerfly, 11th target. And the reasons he gives are just absolute bad. No evidence. These 3 are apparently his reasons. 2 of them aren't even reportable offenses. No evidence for trolling and insulting. From what I've seen from Killerfly, he's not a troller or insulter, so this is the... Excuse me, but there is a part that I accidentally scrolled by really quickly, and it's really important. Excuse me. Alright, don't make risky leaks. Excuse me, I missed. Okay. This is not what I really want to talk about, but, I paused here, so I might as well talk about it. If they go secret, then, well, I mean, if they go public, then they're gonna, get demoted, is what they say. So, I mean, that brings me to the point is, don't you think you shouldn't be doing this if you can't go public? Okay, I scroll back a bit far, but, yes, 754779 or something like that. 12th target, it's one of their big targets for some reason, because he's all on our nerves, and he says, like, he's, felt like someone is watching him, and he's getting suspicious of everything. Neither of those reasons are, again, reportable offenses, neither of them, and no evidence for any of this. So, Derp Killer 6,000 or 3,000 or 9,000 or 7,000 or whatever. You know, their 12th target, I believe we're at, so, apparently they exposed the Riskalites or whatever, and they're gonna try and get them demoted or whatever, which isn't even a reportable offense for like the third time. So yeah, 6,000, 9,000, they refer to them as like two different things. But like, see, this is my issue with them. Like, they have mostly good ideologies and ideals. Like, I mean, they had a good idea. Like, it worked on paper, but now they're just executing it very improperly. Because, you know, reporting and getting rid of corrupt people, okay, that's fair, that's respectable. But when you do it in an underground fashion by illegally forging evidence and not even really having a good reason as to why you're trying to report them, it is disgusting. So there, he said he was disbanding the political party, but look where they are, they're still here. So yeah. Yeah, there's still just here, but just underground. Again, this is still against the rules. Political parties are still banned, I believe. So, I mean, evidence against Sarnia, I guess. Might be forged. Who knows? And then they go back to just random talk. Oh, here's Hamster. Okay. Like a ban from Discord for leaking someone's photo outside of their Discord to people via DM. I believe it was Robloxian Federation. I'm not sure why he's here, because if they're trying to get rid of corrupt people, Amster should be gone. That's just my opinion, but they're very biased in favor of their own members, because one of the reports that was sent against me on this Discord, we were talking to Blue Light, and Brysony apparently did something else like that. And I was like, then why isn't he reported against? And then he was kind of lost for words a bit. But, yeah, so it's all these people just support Amster, apparently, and doxing. And, apparently one of their guys leaked accidentally, something that was said on here in the original Risk Discord. Not cool, apparently, to them, but, I mean, whatever. And then he accidentally posts, like, something, and then that's kind of the end of it, so, he kind of gets suspicious, because I was AFK a bit, if I was, like, reporting or anything, so, and then I mean, I wasn't technically reporting them, so I say I was just shocked that there's this giant group, and he mentions the MPA. I'll scroll through this a bit. And then the public group, again, they're underground. This is shady political party. And then I go through their other chat or something. And then I think I scroll through their stuff. No, this is kind of the middle of their announcements. Did I already go through that? Not short. It's very interesting. So yeah, take a good note of their uniform. And then this was when they were still, the above ground group, but then they go underground. Fire 754, 779, target, no reason. And just cause I'm pretty sure they're a participant, So I don't even know how they're corrupt. This makes 0 sense. They're just targeting people that they don't like for some reason. I think this was a code for someone leaked their thing, like group or whatever. And then here's all their code words. So I recommend you pause this. I'll give you 5 seconds. I guess this might be important for something, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you like see any of this, that's what it means. So starting a domo, still targets. Again, no reason provided. Nothing. Some more stuff. I'll give you 5 seconds to pause and look at that if you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And then they have to take an oath. All these people are taking the oath. So Amnesty, if you're watching this, if you're planning on punishing any of these people, this is, they just basically just gave you a list. Also, the people in here, except me, please, I'm just the messenger. So, I don't plan on being affiliated with these people. And then I go through some of their individual, oaths, so, yeah. It's interesting. Moody 03 too. I think I go to their okay, they want to know if they can trust me. Excuse me. I said I went through their Discord to see just kind of what they're about. And here's my first question. I guess this was kind of an interview. Why did he choose to go this route instead of just reporting corruption up front? He says reporting on the Discord won't do anything, although I would like to argue that it's probably the most effective way of reporting players, because I've seen plenty of people get demoted, banished, punished, etc., because people reported on the Discord. That's how Epic Cool Guy, one of their targets, got demoted, I believe. So it's very contradictory and questioning, concerning, etc. You'll see that theme of being very hypocritical throughout this video. This group does a lot of that. So and then they say they formed right after the Epic Cool Guy conflict. Domo was going to be their target. Yeah. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Because Domo wanted to re-promote a corrupt mod or whatever. But they're just doing it the wrong way. As I say for the 50th time. But, yeah. And until they compile evidence, save them for weeks, and then release them to take out their admin target. That's concerning. And then they tried on Sarnia, but they failed. They're going to do another operation on her. So Sarnia, if you happen to be watching this, watch your back. Don't do anything dumb. And I kind of play yes man and say, well, form an opinion on Sarnia based off your evidence and how good it is. Well, there's not even evidence. It's just that picture. So being suspicious is a thing we avoid, but you are naturally suspicious by being underground, is what I say. And then he claims that we're not revealing it to anyone, but like if anyone new comes in or anyone leaks your group or anything like that, it's very suspicious. So he talks about Fire 754 779. Yeah, here, if you're looking for one, like, clip, if you only have, like, 1 minute to watch this video, here is probably the most important thing so far. This is the thing that puts together all of my evidence against this group and their methods. All we need is good-looking forged, keyword, if you're like, just pay attention, forged evidence of him griefing and he's out. So, again, their reason, quote unquote, for getting rid of him is because they were on his nerves and they're suspicious of this group, neither of which is a reportable reportable offense. So it's really dumb. These people are really shady. They do a lot of illegal methods of collecting forged evidence, forging evidence, just all this stuff, and they have a bunch of targets that they're trying to get rid of, just because, mostly because for their own personal agendas, as opposed to what they claim to remove corrupt players. So, I say, how so, FRP annoying. He says yes, those two too, but he has no evidence for either of that either. Being annoying isn't even a demotable or reportable offense, so we need a chat mod. They're trying to get a chat mod. They wanted me to be a chat mod, so sadly Zukov was demoted. I don't know if he was a chat mod, but this is probably the second most important part of this video of me encountering these people is they mention reason we need a chat mod is so we can shut people up who try to reveal us on the Discord. So basically they're trying to abuse chat moderator privileges in order to push their personal agendas. So, and like mute them, which is not cool. So they're using legal methods of reporting and evidence gathering, and they forge evidence, and they're trying to abuse chat moderator privileges in order to try and mute people who oppose their personal agendas and try to quote unquote reveal them on the Discord. Don't you think you would reach a point where you become more corrupt than the people you're trying to remove? Yeah. I just said, I think you do have some good points and beliefs. It's just, they're just executing it inappropriately. And then he's like, how so? You know, as if this isn't some underground scheme with 15 people involved trying to remove people with forged evidence and abusing chat moderator privileges to get people muted. So, and no in-game reason, like no reportable reason besides just being enemies for no reason. So, yeah, oh look, iBooks, haha, okay, sorry. And if you want to pause to look at any of this, feel free to do that, because I'm just kind of skimming through, looking at, see if anything important. If we went public, all of us could be banned, so, yeah, it's kind of suspicious. Like, I mean, if you went public and you would be banned, don't you think this would be a bad idea? Like, just think about it. So, And then here is another interesting part where when you were watching me as, like, I'm just in the game, as he told me, like, at the beginning, was that to actually see if I could get in the group or to potentially make me a target. And then he said to see if he could get in the group. And then I kind of pull a bazinga later. Here, I believe, somewhere right here. And I think there's a few more targets somewhere in here. Again, I have no interest in trying to, yeah, here, okay. Phoenix making invisible obby abusing F3X for its own gain. Like, having F3X is, like, illegal or something, as well as distracting people from the main RP against the risk rules. That's not in the rulebook. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was a bit stupid, but, I did eventually limit it to one player at a time or something like that. When admin or something told me about it, so. Well, abusing F3X, really? Really? Like, that's so worded, like, strongly, like I'm doing, like I'm banning people. But, like, I mean, there's a line that needs to be drawn here with these people. It's been crossed by these people who are harassing targets and people they don't like and trying to forge evidence and stuff. Like, it's frankly disgusting. And then I confront him about it. And then Bryce did something like that. And then again, the point that y'all are by your own corrupt members. While you tell new people lies and tell them that there's no evidence against them, they're not part of the target process. So again, the recurrent theme of them being more corrupt than their targets in hypocrisy and just stuff like this. I don't want this video to take like more than an hour, so I'm just kind of skimming through it. He says it's a very minor offense, but it's still an offense. And then I think someone submitted evidence of Serena doing her job. So, again, hypocritical. And then, but still forged. So. And he was like, oh, anyways, yeah, let's not deal with that confrontation. So, I mean, if they're gonna be super stupid, I'm revealing this video because a bunch of people's ranks are at risk. Just because this group of people are getting too power hungry and trying to remove people from power that they don't like by forging evidence and getting chat moderators to abuse their powers as chat moderator to silence them from the Risk Discord. So, and here we're near the end. And then I think something bad happened up here when Cernia removed them from chat mod because they were being inappropriate or whatever. And then he was like, but someone else forged evidence, so it's fine. But it's not. So, people claim the bottom part is forged. If so, that needs to be punished, but that doesn't give you excuse to do it yourself. I think he says something, but then deleted it later. So yeah, he says, I know that it's not a good excuse. And I'm like, why are you doing it? And he thinks about it. He hasn't DM'd me yet about it. So it's the end of the video. This is a very interesting situation that puts a lot of people into an awkward spot, mostly me, because um, at least 30 people's ranks are the future of 30 people are in my hands. So I just don't know what to think about it. But if that wasn't reason enough to get this group removed or punished or demoted or banished, MNT, if you're watching this, I don't know what you think a viable punishment is for this, but do whatever. I mean, it's up to you. I'm just showing you this. Whatever you want to take from this, take it. Whatever you want to interpret from this, interpret it. But this is my thoughts about this entire group. And, I mean, frankly, just what they do is disgusting. Because they just pick people that they don't like and target them and then try to get them removed or demoted by forging evidence and stuff like this. It's not a good thing. So, like, my rank's at risk. Those people's ranks are at risk that were targeted. The Riskalites ranks are at risk. And this is the biggest situation since Castlemore, and this concludes my full analysis of my hour and a half original video, but I shortened it to an hour. This concludes my analysis of the Riskalites. Thank you for watching. Whatever you want to conclude from this, do it. But I don't want to be punished just for the actions of these people. I am just trying to preserve the well-being and ranks of the people that are being targeted for mostly no reason. That's all. Thanks.